2023 is supposed to be a big year for Diablo Immortal, and near the beginning of the year, they stated all of their planned changes for 2023. Now, as the game has progressed, we've seen some of them have actually been added, but we can also see on the list which ones are still to come. If you look right here at this previous list, you can see the quarterly major updates were the first thing that they are planning to come in this year. There is going to be 4 of these, as they are quarterly, every 3 months approximately, so we still have another one coming in about a month and a half. Now, if we look at all the lists of things planned for these quarterly major updates, we can see improvements to clan is the first one. This is probably debatable that they've already added this into the game. This would have been the quality of life changes they had. There was the whole fiasco with like instantly being able to change clans, and they had to change that and all that. But there's been a lot of clan-related patches lately, so that one's probably already checked off the list. In-game social features and gameplay. The gameplay is definitely added. We have new dungeons. There's new things considered gameplay. But in terms of in-game social features, I don't think this one has been added yet. Personally, the in-game social feature I've only seen added is the ability to be able to gift skins to somebody on like your friends list, and I highly doubt that is a part of a major update. That actually seemed pretty minor, and it came with a minor update, as a matter of fact, so I don't think that's what they're referencing. Now, here we also have a new class in Helicory bosses. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again, the new class is most definitely Blood Knight, considering we can already see the textures in the game for that class. We can see skill list description, etc. Shout out to the data miner, and I also think Wowhead was the very first person to ever, or company, website, whatever, to ever actually find that data as well. So this has been speculated, I mean, since the beginning of the game at this point. Now, Helicory bosses are something that happens fairly commonly. I would expect this to just slide in with another major update. It shouldn't be a major update in and of itself. There should be other features going with the game. With the Helicory bosses, is typically just something that happens as well, but this is still to happen in 2023. So we have some of these completed, but we have some of these that are still lacking for the major updates. Now, the new class is probably going to be the biggest one. There is some argument that the new class, being the Blood Knight, is also coming to Diablo 4. I have a video on my channel you can go find talking about, did Diablo 4 just leak the Blood Knight? Could be interesting. I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory, not a conspiracy fact, but there is some sort of lore and some other things in like the Blizzard Gear store that look sort of like a leak, etc. That could be some blood-related class coming to basically both games at the same time. And that would also coincide with the launch of the next major update with the launch of Diablo 4. There's a lot of timeline things. Plus, we've seen the Day of the Mind Lilith could be coming to the game, etc. So these are things that are being added still. Now, if we go down the narrative editions, a lot of this has been added. Main quest lines come quite often with the major updates, so we could still see that developed. Diablo is not here yet. It's been data mined. There is other demon lords still coming to the game. I don't want to do spoilers for people that don't want them at the moment. And then the side quest has been added. There was like an elite side quest that was actually a fantastic quest. If you haven't done it yet, you should definitely do your elite side quest. Really good story, really good visuals, actually, and then arguably some of the best update they've had in the game. Now, ever-evolving gameplay. This part's interesting because we've received all of these here, okay? They say they're going to continue to release new legendary items. They do this typically on the minor updates where you get new essences for classes, which make the minor updates sometimes even better than the major updates because the new essences are quite fun. I think new essences in the game really spice things up. But they also plan to introduce a new competitive mode and a fishing activity. Now, obviously, a new competitive mode is Accursed Towers. That is already in the game. It was maybe a hit or miss for some people. It's only 10 people at a time per tower, so not everyone in the clan gets to do it. It would have been much better if what this actually was is some queue system where we can queue in and do a PvP match of some sort. Literally anything else other than something scheduled. I personally don't like scheduled time slots. I think scheduled time slots are an L for almost any game. I don't like feeling like I have to be on exactly at the same time. I like being able to queue in the matches. So for me, just from a personal standpoint, I don't like the new Accursed Tower PvP as much as I was hoping to. The fishing activity was a surprising W in my opinion. A lot of people get bored of this one too, but I actually think the fishing activity is a big W because of one other reason that the Accursed Tower actually had the W for, which is the passive income. The Accursed Tower's gold and experience passive income is actually quite good. You can just log in and it's affiliated with your bonus for Paragon level, so you can get just a huge chunk of experience. I think I got like 1.8 million or something just for logging in the other day, basically on login. And then the gold also helps you get gambits for legendaries, etc. I actually think the passive rewards and the chest rewards you get too are pretty good. So I like to see a factual increase in terms of rewards for the players. In terms of fishing activity, I do think it falls kind of prey to the same thing where it's passive reward, so it doesn't seem very satisfying because it's something that you just have to go do and then you wait a few minutes and you get, and that's basically what fishing is. But fishing is an activity that of a type of activity we didn't have in the game before, which allows us to actually farm while you're doing something else. Like if you're playing another game, you can still basically fish in the background if you're at work and having to focus, but you can still kind of fish in the background, and that's an activity that we don't really have in Immortal yet. So having that in the game for me was a smart addition. But in terms of what is still coming to the game, we're definitely getting more main story. We are definitely getting the new class and heliquary bosses yet. In the in-game social features are still coming. I'm probably going to get some more gameplay, maybe another dungeon, something like that. But the dungeons are fairly rare and far between. But we still have 3 major updates coming to the game yet. So what are you the most excited by that is still coming to the game? I am assuming for a lot of you, it is going to be the new class. I know for myself, if I had to pick one, it's probably that one. Love you all. Consider liking the video, subscribing, or hitting up the link in the description as well as the pinned comment to see me live as I am live right now.